Today on This Old House,
After hours of planning, our homeowner for the first time will install his own ductwork system.
Around Atlanta are a ton of edible fruit trees that would make a fantastic addition to the backyard.
we've laid out 2 kitchens with 3-dimensional options to help our homeowners pick their preference. Hey there, I'm Kevin O'Connor and welcome back to This Old House and to our project here in South Atlanta. Our home was built back in the 1890s and was originally owned by Luther Price, who was, among other things, the first black postmaster of Atlanta. Unfortunately, the home has since suffered many decades of neglect. The back part of the house was rotted and sinking into the dirt.
Look at it, no sill there left at all. Wood is just totally rotted.
So our general contractor, Jerry, and his crew took the back of the house off. And as part of the rebuild, they poured what they call a stem wall foundation. And on top of this, they have started to frame and sheathe a 2-story addition. So good progress here on the outside, and a lot of progress on the inside too. There are essentially 2 additions back here. This one is set in a little bit. It's got a double door opening right here. And Jerry, tons of progress outside with all this framing, but some good progress inside as well.
There is, Kevin, there is. If you'll recall, this used to be an exterior wall here and going all the way down this way.
Right on the other side of the slab.
Correct, correct. When we took this down, we hit nothing but termites. I actually got a video I can show you.
All right, look at that. Holy smokes, the studs are down the twigs.
They were down to nothing.
So
yeah.
is this typical for you guys here?
It's not, it's not. This house had many, many years of neglect.
That wall went away for good reason.
It did. We put up a big triple beam up here at the top, so they had a lot of flexibility. So we got an 18-foot opening now, where before it was going to be much smaller. Well, the homeowners come in and they see how open it is because we have everything out of the way, and they say, oh, you know what? I think the stairway that was going to be here, I think we're going to eliminate that now and just leave it open, and then we're going to leave this stairway that we've had all along that we were going to tear out. Now we're going to leave it. And now the big decision is, where do we put the kitchen? Do we put it over here where we originally had it, or are we going to put it over here where this bedroom used to be?
Well, I see what they fell in love with, the open concept, and
Correct.
lots of space. But are you at a point in this project where they can still make these decisions and these changes?
They can. We still have a little bit of time.
All right, well, I like the flexibility and pivoting. You want your termites back? Lovely.
Oh, yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
Lovely little critters.
They are, aren't they?
There's our new baby. I love it. I love seeing a homeowner work with industry experts to get their HVAC system installed and designed perfectly. I love it. So we're going to end up with 2 of these high-efficiency heat pumps.
Yep, 3 tons for upstairs and 3 tons for downstairs.
And last week we met with your friend and energy expert, Jeremy Draper, and that helped determine the size of this equipment. It was some really interesting software you
What we
had.
do is we start with the architect's drawings of the as-built conditions, the way it's going to be after construction. And we take all the windows, doors, floors, and ceilings and enter them into some software that helps us do all the math for us. Once we have all of the loads on the house, then it outputs some of the demands for the heating and cooling equipment. So with no insulation, single pane windows, for heating you need about 6 tons and 5 tons of cooling.
What if we work on insulating?
Well, currently there's no insulation. We'll definitely be able to get the back side of the house and potentially the front side of the house.
Well, I hope so.
So if we insulate the back half of the house, it drops about 20% off of the system needs. So that's about 5 tons of heating and drops it down to about 4.5 tons of cooling.
Which means we could have 20% smaller equipment, right? We could have 20% lower operating cost, and that doesn't even count the escalation of fuel that's definitely going to come. So it does make sense. You get your money back if you insulate, if you're going to stay in that house.
Now we have to design the duct system. We needed to decide where we're going to run the ductwork. And since it's an 1890s house with solid, real 2x8 framing and no chases between it or anything, then we needed to put it up in the attic. And the nice thing about this software is that there's an AutoCAD feature to it.
Oh, look at this, 3D. So now you can see the supply and the returns. We're going to downfeed the top floor.
Then we add in the first floor, and we design all the ductwork locations, where the registers go, anything that we can get around, make sure that we're not trying to go through those slabs in the back of the house.
All right, so with what you've got here, we now know the size of the equipment, the air handlers and the condensers that we're going to need. We now know the duct layout. We now know and can create a materials list, and we can get rolling.
That sounds good.
All right. Thank you for all your great help.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jeremy.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So take a look at this, Richard.
You've been busy. I love it.
That's right. We have about 75% of the ductwork completed in the attic.
Oh, I see it all in here. Good. Air handlers up here, I assume.
That's right. Just to your right.
Oh, it must have been plenty hot up here when you're working on this part. Actually, it still is hot up here. All right, I'm glad you're going to actually insulate this roof, though, at the end of this project, so we put the ductwork inside the building. All right, so here is our 3-ton air handler up here. So return air will come back in through here. Be a filter, the cooling and heating coil right here, heat pump coil, a blower, and out this way to all your supplies. You've really been busy. Nice job.
Actually, I love these plenum kits. So this supply plenum came as a kit like this, right at the right size to attach to the air handler. And then I did the cutouts based on Jeremy's calculations.
All right, we took your theoretical ideas and put them into practice. Actually, Jonathan did. He's done a nice job so far.
Yeah, so what we have is all the air is coming out of the air handler at first.
Yep.
Then it goes into a distribution box.
Yep.
And from that box, it goes out into the ductwork.
Absolutely.
So this is what's inside of the ductwork. First, we start with the big duct here, and we install a manual damper so that we can control the amount of air that's going to each part of the second floor.
I love that. You'd be able to balance it a little bit.
That's right. And then we start with the big duct, and we go down and down and down until we're down to the size of the ducts
Right.
that the rooms actually need to get the right amount of airflow.
So when you see this laid out like this, it really reminds you a properly sized duct system is like a tree. And as the trunk gets up and the branches come off, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And you've done a nice job here. Thanks. So what have you got left, though?
Well, we're going to finish the ductwork and suspend it from the roof.
Nice.
Then we're going to duct seal and insulate the plenum.
Very important.
Then we have downstairs.
Downstairs, that's right. There's another whole system like this, but it's in the crawl space. And the crawl space currently, I think, is this high, and I'm this high.
All right.
I'm not sure I fit in the crawl space anymore.
Our homeowners would like to use fruiting trees as a transitional element from their backyard to the street. I like to suggest native trees and shrubs in situations like this because they're easier to grow under local conditions and they usually take less time and maintenance than non-native options. Keisha, this is my friend Robbie. Robbie, this is Keisha.
Hi, Robbie. Pleasure to meet you.
So he knows all about fruit trees in this area, especially native fruit trees. So Keisha's very interested in fruiting trees for her garden.
Awesome. So we're so blessed in Atlanta to have a lot of options of fruiting trees and berry bushes, some unknown, like this native service berry. A lot of people don't know about it, but it's delicious and nutritious and beautiful.
Wow. So are the berries edible right now? Like, can we harvest them?
Absolutely. Would you like to go pick some?
Yes.
Let's go. All right, so hidden in plain sight is the service berry.
Look at
So
that
Yeah.
beauty.
So
that.
the reason I love it so much is it has multi-seasonal interest and it does something all year long.
Oh, cool.
So as you can see, it's kind of a small tree, medium-sized shrub. And the way you can identify it is it has this multi-trunk habit. And also if you get a close look at the leaves, they have teeth on them.
So tree identification is a very important thing to know because a lot of berries out there could be poisonous. So, but if you know your plant and you know your fruit, go ahead and eat,
I
right?
look forward to teaching that and sharing that with our neighbors.
For sure.
Yeah.
So one of the ways that you're going to be able to identify it in the springtime is a beautiful white to pink flower, about the same time as the dogwoods. In the fall time, gorgeous dynamic fall color, lots of yellows and oranges.
like the one cultivar that's called Autumn Brilliance, and it's spectacular fall color. So,
But you won't be mistaken in the month of June when you come across the berries.
Gorgeous.
Just pick some off for
Those
us.
are really beautiful.
Try some.
Good.
Enjoy. So how does it taste?
similar to a blueberry.
That's really sweet. It's like a hint of almond aftertaste. It's really sweet. I think my kids will really like it.
I think our kids are gonna love them.
Yeah, so not just delicious, but also nutritious. So very high in antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin C. And birds love them.
So it's who gets there first, the birds or the humans?
Absolutely.
So do you think you would like one of these service berries in your garden?
Yeah, probably a couple. I think it's a real great tree to be able to share with our neighbors and offer a few lessons on plant identification. I think that'd be really nice to have.
I think a teaching tree is a great idea.
Absolutely. So I know we're here to talk a lot about serviceberry, but it's also summer and there's lots of other things growing. So I want to share with you a few other
Great.
things that are possibilities.
I love suggestions.
So this is our wild blackberry, which is a great fruiting shrub.
You know what? This could go on the back fence line.
Oh, that would be really pretty.
Little bramble area. I like it. What else do you have there?
Figs. So figs do really well in the city, very tolerant to the urban conditions.
Look at those.
I know, I love that shape.
And I also want to share with you something a little more unusual. This is a jujube or Chinese date. It's a fall fruiting variety, so something really nice to have at the end of the season to snack on.
What color do they turn when they're ready to go?
They turn red.
Okay, that's what I thought.
They're really
Okay.
pretty.
All right. These are some good options. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Perfect. I'd love to get you to try out the kitchen.
What would you like?
I will
Eggs?
take some eggs, scrambled.
Fridge, the workspace.
Hey, Tristan. Hey, Keisha.
Hey, Kevin, how are you?
I'm well,
Good to see
thank you. Taking the kitchen for a test drive?
Yes.
We are, and we actually are in the fortunate situation now with everything open and framing completed that we actually have two kitchen options. We have option A, which would be here, and then we have option B, which would be what is now in the architectural plans in the living room.
Okay.
So this is option A that we are starting with.
Gotcha. So give me a layout. What's what here?
So
It's the island.
Yes, this is the island, a nice 8-foot island. Everyone loves a big island. We have the sink in the middle.
Sink.
And
Gotcha.
then we have the stove here.
Okay.
We would need to take out part of this original window to account for the stove.
Okay.
And then here we would have the refrigerator.
Gotcha.
Also, in this design of option A, we'd be able to have a nice large pantry opposite of the kitchen here.
Underneath where the old staircase used to be.
Yeah.
All right. So Keisha, you've already made breakfast, at least in your mind, in option A. Your thoughts?
Right, so having it in 3 dimensions really has helped us. Thank you so much for bringing it up and into space. One of the first things that I did notice once it did become 3-dimensional was when we wake up in the morning, we're coming downstairs, I recognized that, oh, I'm gonna enter right into making breakfast or feeling like I have to get the day started immediately. So
So the big central staircase is going away. This is the primary
this is
staircase.
the primary staircase.
And to your point, the first thing you're going to do is figure out who left the empty cereal bowl on the counter.
Exactly.
Or this is where you got to get the kids out of bed. You're late for school. Let's go.
Right. So
That's not your thing.
No, not so much. A more peaceful transition into the day, maybe
Yeah.
a more transitional space here would feel more natural to the way we live.
Okay. Well, that's fair. That's one of the reasons why we do it. So anything else on the list?
Tristan mentioned the pantry being right across over there.
Well, people love pantries, and proximity to the kitchen is a big help too. So what are your thoughts on this space?
Great design and use of the space, but a little less connection to the rest of the house from being over here. I'd feel drawn to the pantry, not as much pulled to the family area or outside.
Okay. All right. All legitimate. Anything else?
The window.
This
The window, yeah, it was an
if
original
you have
window.
fire, right, you want to get rid of it because you got to vent and all that stuff. So
Right. The idea of moving this piece of history kind of tugs at my heartstrings a little bit. Thinking about Price possibly being here in the study and
Right.
looking out that window and all the thoughts that
Okay.
took place looking out that window. To move this piece of the original character of the house feels a little bit like it's not necessarily my place to do that, and I definitely want to be in a place of preserving as much of what was here as I possibly can.
So you score high on emotional intelligence. For you, it's a lot about how it feels, right?
It truly is.
Okay, well, you know what? We've got two options, and it's just plywood and boxes, so we can break it down and we can build it over there.
Okay.
Let's go check out option B.
Watch your step, there are horses. Okay, option B built. Tristan, you want to walk us through it?
Yes, so we are here in option B kitchen, which is a little bit different. We have an L shape with an island.
Although, am I seeing a slightly smaller island than what was in option A?
Slightly smaller island, however, uninterrupted because there's no longer sink, and we have almost tripled our countertop space in here.
So is this our sink?
This is our sink, and we have sink here, we have the range here, and then we have the refrigerator here that still keeps us in our perfect triangle.
Beautiful, okay. And it looks like we're framed out for windows.
Yes, that is the beauty of this kitchen. It is loaded with natural light. We have windows, more windows. We have a big picture window here and another window.
So Keisha, I guess we are on to lunch.
Yes, indeed.
You want to make us something and try out the space? What do you think?
I love it, Evan. It feels so natural. Thank you so
feeling.
much. Yeah, it really does. It feels like you and your team listened to all the things that we asked for, and it literally came alive right here. So it feels really good.
So what do you like about it? What sort of grabs you?
Right. So first and foremost, the idea that it's somewhat tucked away and uninterrupted space, but still very much connected to the family and living room out there,
Yeah.
as well as the gardens and the backyard. You
Yeah.
can still see everything that's pretty much going on. So I like having that.
There aren't a lot of people who end up opting for a smaller kitchen when there's a blank slate like this, and so this is obviously something that moves you.
Right.
And you don't want to come down the stairs and land in the kitchen, so is that enough of a transitional space with the stairway being way over there?
I think so. It feels like a natural flow into the kitchen now.
Okay. And is the feeling you're having strong enough to lead you to a decision, A over B?
Oh, definitely. I'm sure everyone in the family is going to like this choice B.
B it is.
Yes.
You did it. Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you, Tristan.
Thank you.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Kevin.
So you are the guy in charge of repairing all of our windows.
I am at the moment, yes, sir.
Can I grab this for you here?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
You got?
This particular one was upside down and backwards, so
For real?
yeah.
All right. Well, we've seen some strange things in this house. It's in pretty bad shape, possibly one of the worst ones in the house.
I would have to agree with you.
So you're gonna pop that glass out. All right, and I'm gonna take a look at what we've got here. So you are the doctor here, but there are parts of this that probably seem to be okay.
Yeah, I think the rails and the stiles are in good shape. There's some, checking going on, but we can fix that with a two-part epoxy.
Yeah.
When we get to this rail, you can see it's totally disintegrated, falling apart. Mm-hmm. And we will duplicate this piece. I've already got one kind of pre-cut, but I need to cut the bevel on it.
So your approach is to save what you can. If something can't be saved, to replicate it
Absolutely.
out of fresh stock, and that's what you're planning to do with that?
Absolutely.
And you said you're gonna cut it?
I am. And I can, duplicate all of this stuff here if need be. I have a router here. And it has the mutton bit, and it has the OG and the rabbit. This bit will actually cut the profile, so it'll cut the OG and it'll cut the rabbit.
Oh, interesting, because you need a rabbit on the backside to receive the glass.
That's correct.
Okay, so you've got more material here than you actually need.
Yeah, I do, Kevin. So you can see the OG here, and we have the rabbit here. So this is where the glass will lay in.
Yep.
And when the glass lays in, we'll mechanically fasten it and put in the glazing putty.
Yep.
This will go away. We're going to do our bevel on the back side of it, for the meeting rail.
Let's cut the bevel. All right, let's see how we did here. So there you go. OG Rabbit bevel. You are on your way to one piece of one window with another 15 or 20 to go. Is that right?
That's right.
All right, well, you are the man, Gregory. Appreciate it. Hey, Olivia Sage. How are you?
Good.
I hear you've been hard at work.
Yes.
What have you got for me?
Here I have the 3D rendering of the first floor plan.
Oh, look at that. Interactive and everything, huh? This is a great way to visualize what your house is going to look like.
So here, if you walk in through the entry, you see the foyer.
I do.
Next to it, you have the dining room.
Both complete with the fireplaces. Nice detail.
And then if you walk through here, you come into the living room.
Okay.
And then next to it, we have the guest bedroom.
I see that.
And then it's connected to the downstairs bathroom.
Yep.
And then back here, we have the kitchen.
You are quick on your changes. You've already incorporated the family's decision to move kitchen to this back corner.
Yes.
Do you approve of the layout, the way you're
Yes.
seeing it? You do.
Yes,
Cool. First floor. Did you do a second floor?
I did.
Can we have a look at that one?
Yes.
This is a lot of work. How long did you spend on this?
I have no idea.
That's a good answer. That's when you know you really get into things, right?
So we have the classroom, which is right behind us.
Yep, that room there.
And then Joya's bedroom, which is connected to the classroom.
Right, so you go through the classroom to get to his bedroom.
Yes. And then right here, we're in my bedroom.
So it looks a little different in the rendering than it does in its current state.
I have half the walls red and half the walls white.
Right, and you picked where the bed's gonna be, which is nice.
And then my bedroom is connected to the second floor bathroom.
Right, a shared bath.
Yes, shared bath. Me and my brother will share that.
Okay.
And then we have Mommy and Daddy's bedroom, which will probably do a lot of reading in there.
The reading will happen in there?
Yes.
Well, you're gonna have good light because it's a wall of glass on the back looking into the backyard, so nice reading room.
And they have their bathroom.
Yep.
And we have the sinks up here and the tub there, their walk-in closet, their shower, and their toilet.
Well, you got it all. You got all the detail. Very nice. So what was the impetus for doing this and spending who knows how much time?
I mostly just wanted to see what it looked like in 3D, or what we were gonna walk through.
Well, I appreciate you spending all the time doing it and showing me around, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right, well, we are going to take that plan and we're going to try to put it into reality moving forward. So until next week, I'm Kevin O'Connor.
And I'm Olivia Sage.
For This Old House here in Atlanta. Nice job. Next time on This Old House.
The homeowners want to save as much of this siding as possible. It doesn't seem possible, but, I understand where they're coming from. Up north, we use cedar, but this is white pine.
We've got to weave in the new with the old, so the new siding looks identical and uniform. 4,000 strikes and $43 million of lightning damage here in Georgia. So we are going to install lightning protection and whole house surge protection.